Hello. This is Sartre Jean-Gilles with 𝗍𝗲𝗃𝗲𝗃 Fitness, personal trainer, fitness behavior change coach, and kinesiologist. I'm here with one of my amazing clients, Erin 𝗍𝗶𝘁, who's been texting me. She texts me regularly the amount of work that she gets done on when her Apple Watch shows her, what she's doing for work in terms of calories and whatnot. And today she was really buzzing and happy to text me. So she wanted to get on and just have a conversation with me. So we'll let Erin introduce herself.
Thanks, Sart. Yeah, my name is Erin. So I live in Lethbridge, Alberta, and I am up until now, an inconsistent worker-outer until I really started getting intentional with it. And I've been working with Sart through Zoom for over a year now. I don't even know how long it's been. Yeah. And my husband has been working alongside him and having incredible results. But more importantly, it's just how it's carving out the changes in my health, my mental health. And so I am a coach, and I actually work in terms of transformation and mental wellness. And I wanted to talk today about the importance of how, when you move your body, when you get intentional with your self-care, how powerful it is for the ripple effect for your life. It's not just about those 60 minutes on the mat. It is about the after effects of it and what can transpire for changing your entire perspective of your day, whether that's how you connect with your family, whether it's how you deal with breakdowns in your day, like someone cuts you off in traffic, calming your nervous system, and just coming to this sense of self again, because that is what the power of this has been for me. And I just finished my 5th workout of the week. So I was texting Sart, I'm like, oh my gosh, I slayed this. I had my last day was with yoga this morning. And I didn't ever think that I could get consistent with my workouts, but it's been 10 months. And so I'm just celebrating that.
Well, that's great to hear. And yeah, that's definitely, with the fitness behavior change coaching that I'm working on with people, is that the program, and I'm sure you're noticing with your husband,
yes,
it's not just helping you in terms of getting fit. It's a type of life coaching. And I've been saying that the fitness and the diet and the sleep habits and all that's just a microcosm of where it's going to just extrapolate and help you in other areas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is. And when you can get your ass out of bed at 5 a.m. and have a consistent routine, like I legitimately put my clothes out in the morning or at night before I go to bed. I know exactly what I'm going to wear. I have like my hairbrush ready to go so I can like brush my hair in the dark. I don't even have to turn the light on. I don't even put my contacts in. I have my glasses on my nightstand so that I can drive to the gym, get there for my 5:30 workout. And I do this HIIT workout at the YMCA called Strong Nation. I used to be super intimidated by this aerobics, kickboxing type thing. But when I see that I burn like 400 calories in an hour and it goes by so quickly, but that you've just given yourself this gift, it becomes part of your routine and you look forward to it. And so I have not been somebody who's always been able to get up in the morning because I'm a night hawk. And what it's doing is it's making me realize that I need to go to bed earlier and just give myself that gift of rest and proper self-care that I didn't have. I didn't have that balance before.
And what's your health and health coach? Excuse me. So what population group are you focused on right now?
So I've niched into working with women who live with ADHD, whether they're diagnosed or they feel that they may have ADHD, or they're just simply tired of living with those same, I don't want to say symptoms, characteristics of their personality, right? Procrastinating, hard to be motivated, hard to find consistency, feeling like you have to people please in order to feel that self-validation, lateness, not showing up on time, and then just having to play this catch up in your life. And a lot of women that I know, because I'm one of them, spend much of their life masked, not in that way, but masked emotionally, because you don't feel that your authentic self is good enough, and that you have to play it up to fit in society. So as a mental wellness coach, I'm trained in mastery transformation. I am a deep coach. I go very deep with my clients. And because I was a social worker before, I have those skills and that expertise. And so it lights me up like nothing else to talk about transformation and mental wellness.
Yeah, that's definitely when we think of ADHD, you think of young boys, but there's definitely a lot of women and girls who suffer from it too. And yeah, looking at, not just giving somebody a pill, but, actually having some tools to use is definitely beneficial. And I think one of those amazing tools is exercise.
Yes.
Because you can just sweat out a lot of your frustrations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So, Erin, do you have any last words, anything else you'd like to add?
I would just say, for anybody who's seeing this, I mean, you see Sartre's stuff online, or you see my stuff online, and it can feel, it depends where you're at in your journey. But here's the deal. We have always, we're always in a state of growth. And so it can feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not there. I'm not that positive about life. I'm not that revved up or consistent. I could never do it. And whether it's someone like Sartre or myself or anyone else that you're looking at in terms of coaching, give yourself the gift of asking for support and help. Whether that's turning on a podcast. I'm like totally crushing on the Mel Robbins podcast right now. It's fantastic. She's a hero of mine. Or just something that you hear that's going to motivate you and get your butt in gear, because the only thing that's missing is taking action. So whether that taking action today is simply going for a walk around your block, taking your dog for an extra long, stroll through the park, running around with your kids when you normally would scroll Instagram, or it's changing out the way you eat. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you take one step forward, you're going to compound your effects and your results. And reaching out to Sartre, because you see all his fantastic stuff on social, is a huge step. Reaching out to me because you feel like, oh my gosh, I need someone in my corner around this ADHD, anxiety, whatever, it will help you. And the more that you invest in yourself, the more you're going to gain from it. So there's no way that you can lose when you're shooting for growth. There's just no way. And just remember that if you take 2 steps back, and you're always welcome to take 3 steps forward tomorrow. And it is an ebb and flow. There is no right way to do it. I'm the least linear person you've ever met. And I'm still having success in terms of my own definition of that.
Yeah. One thing that we talked about where I did this certification for this coaching, a lot of my colleagues online, we talk about raising the floor, focusing on what the floor is. If you can, have that, it's another word, is standard, right? If you have that standard, and if you can generally not go below that, then you're off to the races. I mean, one thing that we have is like when I met you, we figured out that we're both on a crazy Duolingo streak.
Yeah, we were.
So you're like a couple of days behind me, a couple of weeks, I think. So yeah, that's just an example of like how to raise your floor. And like, I mean, you're doing French, if you keep that up, and I know you will, it's inevitable that you will understand the language to a high degree and be proficient in French in the future. So yeah, hats off to you for that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm telling you, Sartre has changed everything in our life. And I'm not saying this because he's paying me to say it. Trust me. I'm like, legit, my husband has just lost 42 pounds since the end of June. And both Ryan and I have struggled with anxiety and depression since we were teenagers. We have gone through every possible disaster with our mental health. And our kids are seeing what we're doing as their parents right now. And my kids are cheer athletes. They're 10 and 7. And it is a ripple effect of positivity when you can commit to yourself. You have to do it. No one else is going to do the work for you. No one else is going to get your butt out of bed. No one else is physically going to put your shoes on for you. You have to make that choice. And it doesn't matter if you're doing like a hardcore 1-hour sweat session with Sartre, because let me tell you, they're intense workouts, you guys.
Yeah.
And you don't need equipment. Like literally, what do we use? A mat. I use a can of beans for my workouts. I use a kettlebell and Liebert bars.
Yeah.
And think of how far we've come, right? But every single time that you do it, you're compounding your luck and your success, and you're creating your own path.
Yes.
So don't be concerned with being competitive with someone else. It's like, what are you focused on for today, and take it from there. That is habit change at its core. And so, yeah, it's just been such a pleasure. I've never met you in person one day.
I know.
But
I know you quite well already.
To have this Zoom connection with you every week at like in the dark on Zoom at 6 a.m. is such a gift. So it's worth it. It's worth the investment that we are making in our health. And I tell everyone about you because, I mean, anyone in the world can work with you.
Yeah.
So
that's the angle.
and never sell yourself short. Even if you don't feel like doing it, it's okay. If you make a plan, you're like, okay, maybe in a month from now, I can look at investing in personal training. Maybe it's just simply going to a class, dropping in your community, whatever it is. And if you need a butt kick, PM me because I'll give you one.
Yeah.
In a loving way. And Sartre will too. That's what we're all about. We love to inspire, connect, and just empower you to take the steps forward.
Cool. Thank you so much, Erin. We'll leave your contacts in the details, so it's going to be on my YouTube, and then wherever you put on your platforms. And yeah, we'll have our contacts. So yeah, you have something to add?
I do. I want to say that I have recently put together a really fantastic resource for calming your ADHD mind. It actually can be used by anybody, not necessarily ADHD. But I'm going to put a link to that below. And what it is it's a journaling exercise that takes you through almost like a coaching session. So if you can give yourself 10 minutes and just get into a zone of a little bit of breathing and relaxation and answer these key questions, it's going to tell you what's really going on in your mind. So I'll drop that resource below, and feel free to share it. Sign up for it. It's free, and I'd be happy to connect with you guys.
Thank you so much. That was Erin Vogt out of Lethbridge. I'm in Calgary, by the way. And that was a good conversation. I really appreciate you pinging me. And yeah, this was a good talk. So happy to have you. Happy to have you as a client. I've definitely grown myself in the past year and a half. So there you have it.
Thanks, friend. All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
Take care.